Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to do our life update. You guys can catch up on how my life is going right now, and from there I'm gonna give like a few tips like as I'm going like in deep like with like the stuff that has happened to me. So yeah, okay, so first things first, I get like a lot of comments like for people who like don't follow my Instagram, like not comments here, just like in general. They're like, oh my god, are you single? Are you single? Yes, I am single. Reason why, it just wasn't working out, feelings faded, people move on. Now tips on if you're dealing with a breakup, or yeah, if you're dealing with a breakup, just know that every single pain that you experience, whether that's a breakup or that's a loss of someone or that's something like you didn't win or something, it's temporary. Like everything is temporary. Yeah, everything is temporary. I was like thinking of something that is not temporary, but then I was like, oh shit, that's temporary. Friends are temporary. Sometimes marriages are temporary. Sometimes animals are temporary, definitely, because people kill them or they die. So everything is temporary. We are temporary. So whatever you're going through is going to pass. It may take a few weeks, days, months, years, but it will pass. And like my tip for like also breakup is like try to distract yourself from it. Like don't be too focused on it, or like don't be like too like center on it. Just like try to like look for things that make you happy, that also distract you from it. So like for example, I really like dancing because I can really just like express myself when I'm dancing. So I just like to like dance to whatever. It can be a sad song, it can be a happy song. I will normally choose happy songs when I'm dancing if I'm going through a breakup or something really hard, so that I'm not like that sad. But then again, I have my moments where I just want to listen to some sad music and just like sit in my room and just think to myself. So yeah, then the next step would be like delete the pictures, delete their videos. I'm sorry, but you have to. See, this is why. If you keep having reminders of them, you're never going to move on. Like at all. Like I had to delete, like I had like 2 exes that I just had to delete their pictures because like everything was like too sentimental for me, that I just couldn't bear to like see them in like my photo library almost every single day. Like I just couldn't. Like it was already hard enough to see them in person, so it was just like, oh my god, no. So I just deleted the pictures, deleted the videos, and it helped me out. And something that you shouldn't do, I know for like one of my exes, like I gave him the anniversary gift that he gave to me back, and it was like and it was in front of his friends, so I kind of felt bad. Like I kind of feel bad right now because like at the time it felt like I was a badass and stuff like that, but it's actually like you could like see that he was sad to that I gave them to him, and like he still kept like my gifts, so it was just like now I just feel bad. But if you want to give them back like anniversary gifts and stuff, you can. If you don't, then you don't. If you want to keep them to yourself for memories and stuff, then you keep them to yourself. But that's what I did. And then the other point is, if you guys come to a term where you decide to be friends, and like because like you're corny and you just want to be friends, if that friendship actually works, then go ahead, make it work. If it doesn't work, then just like stop thinking about it, like stop trying to make it work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like I have one of my exes who's my best friend right now, and like our friendship worked. I have one of my exes where it's like, hey, not really, and then like the other one, it just didn't work out to be friends, so we just had to like move on. So it just like depends on the relationship and if you guys are like wanting to be friends or not, or if you're at that point where you're just like, oh my god, I hate you, or I hate her, and stuff like that. So you just gotta figure out, hey, do we want to be friends? Do we not want to be friends? Do we just want to forget about each other and just move on and just go to a different planet? like do you just want to say bye? You know, like you just gotta figure that out. But that's one of the things that has been going on with my life. Next thing that I'm actually really proud of, my grades are going up. Who could have expected that? Basically, ever since I have gone to high school, my grades have always been like low, like not failing low, but like C's, you know. So this semester I actually have pretty high grades and I'm really happy about it. I still have to like put like this C minus kind of a like subject into a B minus. So I'm still working on that, but right now I feel very proud of my grades. And yeah, so then I have dance. I'm not going to a whole rant about this, but then I'll explain why it's important later. So at my high school, I'm part of the dance program, and basically it's just like any other program. You just get into it and you dance as a class. Like that's just it. So every semester we have a concert. We have a winter concert and a spring concert. So for the winter concert, you can like, for like both concerts you can audition to like have more like pieces in the dance. So like every class gets like from 1 to like 3 class pieces. But since like the spring one is like so like short, classes only get like one class piece. And so then because we already had 3 on the winter, I was like, I don't want to audition, like that's too much pressure, like I don't want to do more than the things that I already have, because my normal number of like pieces that I want to be in is somewhere from 3 to 4, and since I already had 3, I already had to worry about enough about it. So I was like, I just don't want to be more dances. So because this semester we only had 1 piece, I was like, oh, let me audition. So I auditioned, and then a few weeks later they put like the cast list, and then I go down to see where my name is, and my name's not on it. I was like so sad, but also so mad that day. I just like was like really overwhelmed. I was like, why didn't I get a piece? Why didn't I get a piece? And then I realized most of the pieces either rehearse like days that I can, but it's like late nights, or days that I can't in early mornings. So basically I take tutoring in as a 0 period, and so the days that I put were the days that I was available since I was taking tutoring. So basically most of the days are either really late after school or like mornings where I can't do it. So then I was like, oh, it was probably my schedule, because like I know I'm not that bad, like you couldn't be that bad. But it was like, then I realized, oh, it's probably because of my schedule and because I couldn't fit in, because like the schedule that I put, it didn't have like any dances in it. So then I was like, oh, it was probably my schedule. So I can't do nothing about it, but a lesson that I learned is like not to like judge so fast on like anything at all. And also, I don't know if you guys want me to do like a dance edition kind of video, just I have gone to like 3 auditions now. And so if you guys want me to do it, I'll definitely do it. I'll be happy to do it. But that's my story. I thought I was gonna go on a full rant, but then I was like, oh, let me just cut it short. So the next thing that I went through I actually got to do my first podcast. And that was like a really like happy experience. I never did a podcast before. I rarely do interviews for like anything. The only interviews that I have done was for a project at my school and admissions kind of interviews to like go to my high school that I go to now. Those are the only interviews that I have done. Oh, and a sitting ambassador. So doing the podcast and just like saying my ideas and like my opinions was like really fun. So if you're a part of the podcast or you like managed to call the podcast and you're watching this, you know who you are. So thank you for the opportunity. And then one last thing. This is gonna sound really funny, but crushes, we love them, don't we? So I rarely have crushes. Alright, I rarely have crushes. Like, a crush to me is just like something that just like goes away. Like for me, like some of my friends classify a crush as like you look at some of the things they're cute and they just like go on with your day. Like sometimes that's me. Like for example, I'll see like a cute guy in my school and they'll be like, oh, he's cute, and then I'll just like forget about him and like never talk to him. But then I actually got a crush on this one guy in one of my classes. Let's just say that didn't end well because like I asked him. Here's where it gets interesting. I normally shoot my shot when I'm interested in someone, and people like call me brave and stuff for doing that. I'm just like, that's just natural in me. Like if I want to be with you, I just ask you. But I asked him to be my Valentine, and he was like, oh yeah, sure. And so then I was like, hey, do you want to meet at this and this place so that we can work on homework, since like he was struggling with the homework that we were like doing and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah. He stood me out. He flaked. He just wasn't there at all. So then I asked him the next day, why did you flake out on me? Well, not really the next day, just like the night of it. And so then he was like, blah, 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 and like freaked out, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, I like you, but as a friend, sorry. And I was just like, you couldn't have said that yesterday? Why do you accept my question, like my proposal of being my Valentine? Like, why would you be my Valentine if you just like wanted me as a friend? It was just like so weird. I was just like, huh? It's just like, you guys are weird. Guys are just weird and confusing. Like, I know us girls are confusing too, but sometimes you guys get me so confusing with your feelings. It's just like, yeah. So those are my stories of what has been happening with me lately. And yeah, that's all I have. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And then hit the bell button to get all notifications for when I post. I post every Thursday and Sunday. Sometimes I'll have bonus videos, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I will. And yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I freaking see you. Even almost got married, and for Pete I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, cause he was an angel. I give it to you, but baby